Okay, our title today is just one word. Inequalities. Inequalities. Notice the word equal is in there. Inequalities. Okay, we're going to put the 4 symbols for inequalities along the top. The first one we have is less than. And if you want to remember that, this looks like an L, right? Kind of like an leaning over L. That's how you know that this is less than. This is also less than. Or, see that little bar right there? Or equal to. Less than or equal to. So it could be either one. Okay, on the other one here. Now this, instead of writing the word greater than, I'm going to use the word more than. More than. And this one right here, this is also more than. More than or equal to. Because it has this equals, that bar right there, that equals bar. It almost looks like this is an equals sign, but then it's got the arrow. Okay, below this we're going to have 3 columns. One with saying words, solution, and graph. Words, solution, and graph. Word, solution, graph. So like the first one will be the words exactly $2. Exactly $2. Exactly $2, you would write it as X equals 2. So for example, in the bank, you have exactly $2. The amount of money you have is X equals 2. There's only one answer, 2. Now we'll graph it in just a little bit. But this is all that we're going to do for these 2 columns. We're going to do this 4 more times like this. Words and a solution. In case you're worried about spacing, on the bottom of this, we'll do 2 problems. 2 two-step problems. Okay, so that gives you some idea of spacing that you're doing. So you don't have to cram this in there. So this may help you. We're going to do 2-step problem down below. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll zoom in on this so you can see it better. So the second one we said exactly $2 in words. This is less than $2. So let's say in the bank you have less than $2. Okay, that's not so good. The next one is either $2 or less. $2 or less. Then we have more than $2. I'm just keeping all the same number for simplicity. The last one is either $2 or more. Okay, we'll go back to those in just a moment. Let's take a look at this one right here. We said if it's exactly $2, it's X equals 2. There's only one answer. It can only be $2. Like in the bank, $2 in the bank. If it is less than $2, if you have less than $2, this is the symbol for less than. Remember? It looks like kind of like a lazy L. So it's less than $2. The next one is either $2, okay, so either exactly $2 or less. So it's equals to 2, right? Or less than. That's where you get this symbol. Less than or equal. We usually say less than or equal to 2. All right, this one here, more than 2. Well, more than is this symbol. Greater than, more than. And the last one, either $2 or more, that means it's $2. It could be equal to $2. But it could also be more. See that? That's the more than symbol. So more than or equal to 2. And that's how we would write those. Okay, so we did that. Now let's just show a little graph to the side. This gets very simple. You probably have lines in your paper to use. I don't, but so let's see. So for each one of these, put arrows at the end. And we're going to just put the number 2 in the middle. Like that. And I'm going to repeat that for each problem. We're not going to put all the numbers on the number line. All we care about is that the number 2. So it should look something like this. And now what we'll do is we're going to graph how much money the person has. Okay, this first one, exactly $2. Okay, they have exactly $2. Now watch this. I'm going to draw a circle right through the center. Just like that, and then I'm going to fill it in. We'll call that a closed circle. That's for equals, because that is all they have in. They have exactly $2. The next one, less than $2. Okay, that means they could have $1. They could have $1.50. They could have $0. But they can't have $2. It says less than $2. So what you do is open circle on 2, leave it open. And then all of this, to represent that everything is included, we'll just do this. You can put a little squiggly line or shade it in like this, and then put an arrow representing that it keeps going down this way. Because you could have negative money in the bank. You could owe the money bank. But you don't have $2. You have less than $2. Not 2 though, less than 2. Okay, on the next one though, you have equal to 2 and less than 2. So you have equal to 2, solid, and everything less than 2. You could have that. It could be 2 or less. Maybe someone doesn't know how much you have. You say, well, I have less than or equal to 2. You don't know which one. Next we have more than 2. Okay, but it's not 2, right? You have 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. But not 2. Only more than 2. So not 2, but everything more than 2. So this is how much money you could have in the bank. You could be mysterious. Tell them, well, I got more than $2. They don't know how much more. But it could be all these numbers, but it's not 2. But if you could say, well, it could be 2 or more than 2. Well, you could have $2 in the bank. That's a closed circle. And more than. So all of this. So you could say, yeah, I have either $2 or more. Okay, you could have $2 or you could have more. So hopefully you notice the pattern that if there's an equals in there, a bar, that it's a solid circle. But if it's no bar, it's open circle, because that cannot be the answer. Okay, and to help you with that, if you want to, you can put an open circle here, a closed circle here, open circle here, and then another closed circle. All right, so now you know how to graph an inequality. Okay, now let's go to actually solving an inequality. So we'll do 2 problems at the bottom, and let's just focus on this first one. This is just like a 2-step equation. It's the same thing. So let's see what it looks like. We want to know what the answer, what number is x. Let's get x by itself. Get rid of the constant. So to get rid of -6, okay, this is 0, and you are left with just 2x. And 14 and 6 makes 20. Okay, now this symbol, it doesn't change. Just bring it down. It's just like an equals. All right, now you want to get the letter by, you could probably see the answer, but in case you cannot, you divide by 2. That's a 1x. 20 divided by 2 is 10. And the symbol just stays the same. And that is your answer. So the answer is anything either 10, it's equal to 10, or less than 10. I could put the number 0 in here, and it will be true. For example, if I put a 0 in here, 0 times 2 is 0, and -6. So -6, is -6 less than or equal to 14? Is -6 less than 14? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So see, anything 10 or less. All right, let's go ahead and graph this very quickly. All we're going to do is just use the number 10. So, line there, and I'll just put number 10 right here. All right, so we said that it is equal to 10 or less than 10. Equal to 10 or less than 10. So it is a closed circle, because it could be 10, or it could be all the numbers less than 10. All of these. All of these answers will work. None of these will. So see, there's more than one answer you can put in there for x. So rather than write all the answers, I display all the answers. So these are all the solutions. Okay, last problem. Just to the side. And this is a 2-step inequality. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. Let's get the letter by itself. Get rid of the constant. You don't want to make it 0. So we add 7. That is now 0. And you are left with 4x that symbol, more than 5 and 7. 5 plus 7 makes 12. Now you can see your answer right now, but in case you could not, you would just divide by 4. Right? That's a 1. 1 times x is x. Bring down the symbol. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So all the numbers that will work for here, all the solutions, are numbers more than 3. More than 3. Okay, let's graph that quickly. So I'll just make a line. We'll use the number 3. And we're going to graph all the answers. Let's see. Could the number be 3? We said x is more than 3. No, it can't be 3. Cannot be 3. It's open circle. But all the numbers more than 3. All the numbers more than 3 are this way. Right? All of these can be the answer, but not any of these. And 3 can't be either. You can't put 3 in there and say 3 is more than 3. No, that would be false. Okay, so hopefully this makes a little sense to you. On inequalities, there's more than one answer. And this is how we graph those answers.